Hello, and welcome back to the Military Matrix. A major escalation has unfolded in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, sending shockwaves across military intelligence circles worldwide. Within the last few hours, Ukraine has executed one of its boldest and most precise strikes yet, an attack that shattered a key Russian strategic bridge, disrupting logistics, disabling troop movements, and exposing vulnerabilities deep within Moscow's defensive planning. What we are witnessing is not just another strike, but a calculated blow aimed directly at the core of Russia's wartime supply chain. As drone footage begins circulating online and satellite images confirm the extent of the damage, analysts are describing the attack as one of the most daring Ukrainian operations carried out this month. According to early intelligence reports, the targeted bridge, long considered a crucial Russian artery used for transporting ammunition, armored vehicles, and reinforcements, was struck in the middle of the night when Russian air defense systems were at their lowest operational readiness. Ukraine's drones, believed to be long-range kamikaze models, traveled deep into occupied territory, evading radar detection and striking the exact structural weak points of the bridge with near-surgical precision. Eyewitnesses from nearby settlements reported hearing a series of sharp detonations, followed by a massive eruption of flames that lit up the sky for several minutes. By the time Russian emergency services arrived, large sections of the bridge's roadway had already collapsed into the river below, making repairs extremely difficult and time-consuming. Military experts say this strike is significant for several reasons. First, it exposes the ongoing challenges Russia faces in securing critical infrastructure against increasingly advanced Ukrainian drone technology. Second, the timing of the attack coincides with a wider Ukrainian counter-logistics effort aimed not at capturing new land but at crippling Russia's ability to move supplies efficiently. Third, the bridge in question connected multiple forward operating bases, meaning its collapse instantly cripples reinforcement routes and weakens Russia's defensive capabilities across the entire region. For Ukraine, this attack is not just symbolic. It's strategic, calculated, and deeply disruptive. Russian media initially attempted to downplay the attack, claiming the bridge suffered minimal damage, but videos filmed by Russian civilians quickly contradicted these claims. Clips circulating on social media show yawning gaps in the concrete structure, twisted metal beams hanging loose, and entire support pillars blackened by the explosion. One widely shared video appeared to show Russian soldiers in shock, staring at the ruins of the bridge as emergency teams struggled to cordon off the collapsing sections. The embarrassed expressions and hurried reactions suggest that Russia was caught completely off guard, a rare but increasingly common theme in the war's recent dynamics. Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials have not formally taken responsibility, following their usual policy of ambiguity. But several anonymous sources within Ukrainian military command have hinted that this strike was part of a new wave of deep penetration attacks made possible by upgraded drone systems. These upgraded systems are believed to have improved range, higher payload capacity, and the ability to autonomously adjust course mid-flight in response to Russian jamming attempts. If confirmed, this represents a major technological leap forward for Ukraine, one that could reshape the battlefield in the coming months. The geopolitical implications are equally significant. NATO analysts monitoring the situation say that Russia's response will be critical in determining whether the conflict escalates to a new phase. Moscow has already held emergency meetings, and sources inside the Kremlin say Vladimir Putin is visibly furious, especially because this attack publicly exposes structural weaknesses in Russian defenses. Photos circulating online show Putin appearing shocked and visibly tense as he receives updates from military officials. For a leader who has built his image on strength and control, the optics of this moment are politically damaging. Ukraine, on the other hand, is viewing this as a morale-boosting victory. The destruction of a key Russian logistical bridge sends a clear message. Despite the challenges, Ukraine can still strike deep, strategically, and effectively. Analysts say the attack may force Russia to reroute supply movements through longer, more vulnerable pathways, slowing down their operations significantly. Every kilometer added to a supply route increases fuel consumption, delays reinforcements, and creates new opportunities for Ukrainian forces to intercept convoys. In the broader battlefield context, this strike fits into a larger pattern. Ukraine has shifted its strategy from direct confrontation to high-altitude infrastructure sabotage, targeting ammunition depots, command centers, radar sites, and now bridges. These operations weaken Russia not by pushing front lines, but by undermining their logistical backbone. Without stable supply routes, even well-fortified Russian positions risk becoming isolated and ineffective. Footage recorded from the attack site shows massive cracks running through the bridge's support columns, suggesting that a complete rebuild, not just partial repairs, may be necessary. Engineers analyzing the damage say reconstruction could take months, possibly longer, depending on how much Russia can allocate in manpower and resources at a time when their economy is already stretched thin. As the world reacts, military analysts caution that more strikes like this are likely coming. Ukraine's evolving drone capabilities, combined with intelligence support from international allies, mean Russia can no longer assume its deep infrastructure is safe. At this moment, satellite imagery continues to show smoke rising from the damaged bridge. Emergency crews remain on site, attempting to stabilize the remaining structure, while Russian media struggles to control the narrative. One thing is certain: this attack has changed the tactical landscape, and the shockwaves, both literal and political, will be felt for weeks to come. This is a developing story, and we will continue bringing you updates as new information emerges. Stay tuned as the military matrix continues to monitor this rapidly unfolding situation, breaking down each detail with accuracy, depth, and real-time analysis.